G'day. What a beautiful old car. Hey? Is that original?
Yeah.
I thought so. I looked at it. I saw you come up through past the supermarket
Yeah.
and I looked at it and I thought, that reminds me of the car that I had. Look, I think I paid $15 for it.
Oh, cool.
Now, how long ago was that?
That's a few hundred years ago.
And it needed something. So that's right, it needed a drive shaft. So we put the drive shaft in. It was only running on 3 cylinders.
Yeah.
So they gave it to us for 15 bucks. Now, $15 might not sound much, but when we were kids,
Yeah, a lot of money.
we could go to the movies for a
Yeah.
couple of dollars, 2
Yeah.
shillings.
Yeah.
And so you've had this since new, or?
No. We got that out of a wool shed in Queenstown.
Queenstown?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw an ad on Trademan office, so I put a ridiculous offer in and heard no more. And oh, it was a strange outfit. I was dealing with a chap in Auckland. You'd hear from him 1 month, probably 3 or 4 months went by, and I was just putting my shoes on in the shed, and the phone went, and this voice said, "Oh, we've accepted your offer." And
Can we film inside the car?
yeah, go through it.
If you could open the door, it would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Look, it's a lovely old car. What did you pay for it, if you don't mind me asking?
7,000.
7,000. So
Yeah.
it is just as good as that one that I had for $15.
Well,
And-
it was a mess when we got it.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
And you know, we drove that one that we paid $15 for
Yeah.
about 3 weeks, and we thought, wonder how long it'll last. You know, we were just
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
right? And a friend of ours came around one day, and he was really interested in the car because it was still an old car even when I was a kid. I mean, what
Yeah.
year is this? 50s?
55. That's
Yeah,
right.
1955. So to
Yeah.
cut to the quick, he listened to the motor and he asked us to take the rocket cover off. We
Yeah.
took the rocket cover off, and what had happened is one of those little keys that sit across the valves, you know,
Yeah.
had come off. He put it back on properly, and it was running on 4 cylinders, and we thought we had a speed machine. And it went well too.
Yeah. This one's got a crook distributor in it.
Okay.
You know, but yeah.
So when you took off, I heard that. I heard it sort of stumbling, you know,
Yeah.
and
It's missing like a hairy goat.
so did it get its warrant or not?
Yeah, it's got a warrant.
It's got a warrant. Yeah. And how many cc is it? 1500?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little interesting saga. I'm sitting in my father's car. It's brand new. The year is 1972, 71. And anyway, to cut to the quick, we're in Taupo, and Dad's got a business in Auckland.
Yeah.
And because he's a solo father, he's left us in charge of the camping ground and the car and everything, and he hops on his bike and he goes back to his business in Auckland, and he says, "I'll be back in 4 days' time. You know, look after everything and use the car sparingly." So we were in the car every day, of course, and anyway, to cut to the quick, this young kid pulls up beside me and he says, "Do you want a drag?" And he's in one of these, and he dragged me off, you know, up to about 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it had triple carburetors on it. SUs, I think they were. Does that sound right? Or downdraft Webers or something like that?
Yeah.
And not that I know much about these, I'm a V8 man, but nevertheless, I was so impressed with that car. And he got it off his uncle, and his uncle used to race it.
Yeah.
So it was a proper race car, you know. And this is the sort of thing that Chris Amon drove
Yeah.
when he first got going.
Yeah.
What did he have? He had an Austin A40
Oh, today 40 or something. Yeah.
Austin A40, that's right.
Yeah. No, this one was in a mess.
Was it?
Apparently the father had started rebuilding
Yeah.
and doing a beautiful job. It's a bit,
It's not the only car you've got, is it?
oh no.
I was going to say, you know, it'd be a long trip, a long journey to Auckland. Look at that. Look at that. Eh?
Yeah.
Look at that.
So, no, it's not here. I've got the Fugos in the shed. But I've got a Morris Traveller.
Morris Traveller.
Mm.
Can we look under the bonnet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what this is all about, this filming business?
Yeah.
It's about a lot of people that don't get out and about. And these are a rare sight.
I know
And so we put it up on YouTube, and all the armchair visitors can have something to look at.
she's a bit of a but anyhow, we will.
What's the furthest distance you've been in it?
Anyway.
Dannyburg. And you didn't get tired driving it there?
Well, I had my grandson with me, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, the motor's in good order, man.
Well, we've got a little bit of the oil pump's got to come out and be rebuilt.
Yeah.
The water pump's leaking.
Yeah.
And we're having that's where I've been, but he's not home. He's gone out.
So there's no computer with this one, eh?
Oh hell no, no.
So you can't be put in limp mode because it's not quite running properly.
Yeah.
In other words, if you're up in Kaitaia, it would still get you home.
Yeah. I've just been round to a friend's place, and he's an expert on these.
Yeah.
He's not home, and I was going to get him to look at the distributor.
It's a good radiator for a small motor.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a bit of width to it. You know, it's quite... Yeah, fun stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Sylvester Performance. I see, they've tuned it for you. So what is this? It's a Hillman Hunter, California.
Hillman, California.
California.
340 of the game.
Only 340.
Yeah.
And I suppose this must be the last one that survived.
One on trade me at the moment up in New Plymouth, which looks to be immaculate, and there's a couple of wrecks at Horapita Motors.
Oh yeah.
We get a few spare parts from. Yeah.
They'll still have a few Hillmans up there, wouldn't they?
They've got a few cars up there.
Yeah. I've been up there. I filmed the museum.
Oh yeah.
So the museum's on googlemo.com
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
For all those viewers that would like to see Smash Palace up in Horapito with all its old cars. Yes.
You want to sit over the top of it in a helicopter and have a look.
So, you know, it's got merit. I beg your pardon, the Horapito Motors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a massive view, wouldn't it, with all the wrecks there.
Yeah.
You know, this is only 2-door. The one that we had was 4.
Yeah, it'd be the fulfillment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the wheelbase would still be the same though and everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah. They are different to the Minx, because I had a previous one.
Yeah.
These, and I sold it, and
God, what a golden touch the 50s were. Everything man-made was good, you know?
Yep.
And the shapes were kind of roundy, bubbly. They had that streamlined look about them. I mean, for 1955, this is a smart car.
It was. They were built for the American market.
Yeah.
They didn't take off because they weren't big enough.
No. Yeah, because they had a lot of, you know, big Fords and DeSotos
Yes,
and that sort of thing. And
yeah.
in fact, we bought a 1955 DeSoto off the side of the road in Kingsland.
Yes, yep.
And Dad paid, he wanted $600 for it. And he was a boat builder. He had the shipyard there. And I beg your pardon, the boatyard there. He was selling boats.
Yep.
And my father went in. I was only a kid, and we were in a rental. We were waiting for our Volkswagen Combi to come from Germany.
Yep, yeah.
We had lost our Fiat van to the tide on Muriwai Beach. What a saga that was.
Yeah.
And the tide just grabbed it. We were out picking tuiras, and before we knew it, we got stuck, you know.
Yep.
And we couldn't get it out, and it just sunk into the soft sand. And anyway, to cut to the quick, Dad goes in and he offers the guys on the phone. He's talking to some fella in Fiji, and he says, and he puts his hand over the mouthpiece of the phone and says, "I can't deal with you now," he said, "because I've got this important phone call to take care of."
Yeah.
Dad had one of these billfolds that everybody's got, because we didn't have credit cards in those days, and everybody carried a bit of cash with them, and he peeled out $425 and dropped it on the table. The guy looked at it and he opened the drawer of his desk, pulled the keys out to the DeSoto, put the money in the drawer, and he says, "Come back in a week and we'll do all the paperwork then." So Dad turns up in a week's time and I'm with him, and we walk into the office and he's on the phone.
Yeah.
But this time he was able to, cut the conversation short. And this is what he said: "You got me, you bastard." And they were laughing their heads off. Discount for cash, the good old days.
Well, whoever owned this had been a smoker,
Right.
and the hood lining was absolutely yellow.
Oh, okay.
And we scrubbed it. In the finish, I finished up painting it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got some.
Has it still got that smoke? It's,
Well, we got rid of that.
yeah, that nicotine-y sort of, it depends on what they're smoking. If they're smoking something,
Yeah, I don't know who did the smoking in it. I don't know the early history of this.
but look at the windows in it. They're so classy. The way these windows curl around.
Yeah.
It's got that real. What was the name of the housing in those days? It's got the what do they call it? The Art Deco look.
Yeah, once we get that distributor sorted out, we'll be right.
Well, we better keep moving.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, nice meeting you.
You too.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. All the best.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please somebody appreciates it.
Oh yeah. This is New Zealand.